Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hi, good morning. Happy Friday. It's June 11th.
Take us from these vampires that you're seeing right here. Sleep is vital. And
Yes.
of course, the pandemic changed just about everything about how we work and play and just operate on a day-to-day basis.
Yes, I don't know if I totally agree with the story, but we're going to tell you about it anyway. So
Yeah, moving your sleep time an hour earlier could cut your depression risk by up to 23%, according to a new study.
I think it would just make me very angry. But anyway, the study of 840.
I can't see you angry.
Oh, yes. It happens if I don't get enough sleep. So the study of 840,000 people by researchers at University of Colorado Boulder and the Broad Institute of MIT and Harvard represents some of the strongest evidence yet that chronotype, a person's propensity to sleep at a certain time, influences depression risk.
It's also among the first studies to quantify just how much or how little change is required to influence mental health.
As people emerge post-pandemic, like Mark was saying, from working and going to school remotely, a trend that has led many to shift to a later sleep schedule, the findings could have important implications.
All right, so here's what they said. We have known for some time there's a relationship between sleep timing and mood, but a question we often hear from clinicians is, how much earlier do we need to shift people to see a benefit? We found that even 1 hour earlier sleep timing is associated with significantly lower risk of depression.
So previous observational studies have shown that night owls are as much as twice as likely to suffer from depression as early risers, regardless of how long they sleep.
But because mood disorders themselves can disrupt sleep patterns, researchers have had a hard time deciphering what causes what. So we have a little bit more information now from UC Boulder, MIT, and Harvard. 1 hour can make a difference.
I've heard this from people with normal schedules, though, that when they wake up earlier, they have a better day.
Well, now that we're kind of getting back to normal,
Yeah.
maybe we can experiment with this, right?
You mean us?
I mean, I can.
You first.
Yeah, my kid's already gone, so it's easier for me.
No, it's hard all the way around.
I know.
Let's look at today's 9 at 9. San Antonio police have released security footage and 911 calls of a shooting at the airport back in April. It shows the suspect firing shots at police and bystanders before taking his own life.
Governor Greg Abbott has announced new plans to build a border wall between Texas and Mexico, but has not said when or where. Abbott also announced plans to increase arrests along the border and increase space inside local jails.
Vice President Kamala Harris will host a meeting with Texas Democrats at the White House. The group is expected to discuss federal voting rights after Democrats walked out on the legislative vote. The meeting is set for next Wednesday.
A former California police chief and 5 other men are facing new charges in the January attack on the U.S. Capitol. One of them, Russell Taylor, will face a judge today. He's accused of creating the group and coordinating their travel to Washington.
The G7 summit is officially underway in the UK. A laundry list of topics are up for discussion, including climate change, international security, and the global economy. The last face-to-face summit was nearly 2 years ago.
Well, leaders say they will share at least 1 billion COVID-19 shots with other countries in need. Half the doses will come from the U.S. President Biden says the decision to share will lead the world out of the pandemic.
Negotiations continue on the president's $1 trillion infrastructure plan, a bipartisan group of senators eyeing nearly $600 billion in new spending to hit their $1 trillion goal. Senators call their current agreement a realistic plan that would not require tax increases.
Welcome to Mars. These new photos just made it to Earth from a Chinese rover, which landed late last month. China is only the second nation behind the U.S. to explore the red planet.
Before there was Hamilton, there was In the Heights. The Tony-winning musical portrays the New York City neighborhood of Washington Heights. The movie version of the play, starring Anthony Ramos, hits theaters tonight. And that's today's 9 at 9.
Of course, Mr. Ramos was featured in Hamilton, very prominent role. You got to see In the Heights last night.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So, like, I'm not a musical person,
right.
But it was very entertaining, and I was able to watch the whole thing because my daughter could watch the whole thing. Yeah.
So it's okay for kids?
Yeah, there's a few words that went over her head.
Okay.
I hope.
You hope. Yeah. You'll find out this weekend.
But overall, there's a good story and lots of music.
Cool. Well, it does look good. So check it out. Again, In the Heights from the folks that the brains behind Hamilton.
Yeah, it's very cool, but not too cool out there. But actually, I say that it is warmer, but not as humid as it was earlier this week.
Yeah, we're starting to see those dew points sort of slowly. Sorry, that's my fault. Slowly move down, and we'll see some better numbers as we get into the weekend. Those are the headlines. My head was behind. Nothing changes today. Still hot, and no changes this weekend either. So basically, we're at status quo. What does change is next week. We may get some glimmers of hope, maybe some showers, and we are watching the tropics now. We'll explain about that coming up a little bit later. Let's look at the numbers. 82 degrees Stinson, 78 Randolph, 78 New Braunfels, 78 Canyon Lake, 75 Bandera, 77 in Hondo. And the forecast for today will take us up to about 92. Yesterday we got up to 90. We're thinking maybe a degree or two warmer. Southeasterly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. And of course, that heat index, you guessed it, will be right up around 100. We'll have the latest on that 7-day forecast and a look into next week coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
Justin, I thought that was a pretty cool move. It looked like you were dancing. And taking a look out with TransGuide, there's Highway 281 at Hildebrand. Things are moving.
New this morning, one person's in the hospital, another on the run after an argument leads to shots fired. Police were called to Middlefield Drive near Medina Base Road around 5 a.m.
Officials tell us 2 women started arguing, then their boyfriends got involved. That's when one of the guys pulled out a gun and shot the other in the arm. Investigators say they know who the shooter is and they are still looking for him. The victim is expected to survive.
Top stories we're following today. A woman died this morning after being hit by a car on the northwest side.
The crash happened a little after midnight on I-10 East near Days of Alla Road, and that's not far from Clark High School.
Police say the driver stopped to help the woman until first responders got there. No charges are expected to be filed. The victim has not yet been identified. Now to the top trending story this morning on KSAT.com. San Antonio police released video of a traffic stop that escalated into shots fired that left 2 men dead.
This edited body cam video from the department shows a traffic stop that happened back in April on Penn Road near Highway 90. And take a look at this footage.
In the video, the officer approaches the driver, Sammy Barbosa. According to the report, the officer smells the odor of marijuana and tells Barbosa to step out of the truck. Police say the front seat passenger, Alex Garcia, could be heard asking a woman in the back seat for a gun, and within seconds, police say Garcia opened fire, striking the officer in the hand. The officer retreats and returns fire, hitting the driver, the front seat passenger, and the woman in the back seat. Both men died. The woman survived. Now, police say the video clearly shows the officer feared for his life. Barbosa's family tells a different story.
I just don't think that it's right to shoot somebody who clearly was in a hostage situation, had a gun pointed at his back, and then, of course, the gun was brought from the back to shoot the officer because they were intended to kill my uncle, which is why they shot at the police officer, because they thought he might have actually been saved because he was taking him out of the vehicle. Their agenda was wrong.
The police officer in the video was treated for that gunshot wound and he is okay. You can watch the entire video released by the San Antonio Police Department on KSAT.com. Just look for our full story on the homepage. And police are looking for help solving a murder case from last week.
Take a look at your screen. Do you recognize this silver Hyundai Elantra? Investigators say the people inside the car shot and killed Davis Gilbert last Friday. Police say Gilbert was sitting in his driveway on Nelson Avenue when the car pulled up and someone inside started shooting.
If you know anything that could help investigators, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number 210-224-STOP. You could get up to a $5,000 reward.
A man is behind bars this morning in connection with a massive apartment fire that happened yesterday morning.
Bryn Garza is facing arson charges. He's accused of starting a fire that left nearly 20 people without a home. It happened at the Terrell Hills complex on the northeast side around 5 yesterday morning. Police
say Garza lived at the complex and was arrested on scene. Investigators are still trying to figure out a motive, exactly how that fire started as well. In your other morning headlines, law enforcement nationwide cracking down on hate crimes. Some dangerous crashes also caught on camera.
Plus, a new furry friend in the White House. RJ Marcus has those stories and more in your morning headlines. Hey, good morning.
Good Friday morning, guys. Can't go wrong with a new four-legged friend at the White House. We'll introduce you guys to Lila here in just a little bit. But first of all, let's go ahead and start this morning with some startling numbers on hate crimes taking place across the country. The FBI says hate crimes are on the rise and lawmakers want change. A lot of us have seen these videos of people being attacked on the street or in public areas, either because of discrimination or race. The FBI director testified before Congress this week saying that from the fiscal year 2019 to 2021, there's been a 63% increase in FBI hate crimes investigations open. But there's also been underreporting of cases since law enforcement agencies aren't required to submit their data to the FBI.
And this year, fiscal year 21, we've had the highest number of hate crime investigations initiated in the past 5 years. We're trying to do a lot to engage with the community and with state and local.
So last month, the president signed the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, and the Department of Justice laid out 6 steps it's taking to improve efforts to combat hate crimes. Okay, now to Officer Dashcam video this morning that's received a lot of attention. A woman is suing the Arkansas State Patrol Department over a trooper's use of a pit maneuver last summer that led her to flip her vehicle. So this all happened last July. Janice Harper says the trooper bumped her car. You saw it right there, that little bump right there, causing her to hit a concrete barrier. Well, her vehicle flipped over, briefly leaving her trapped inside. The officer says Harper was speeding and ignored his signals to pull over. But Harper says she wasn't trying to get away. She was just looking for a safe place to stop her car. You could see the wreckage right there. She got a ticket for speeding and failure to yield to an emergency vehicle. Harper's attorney claims the trooper's actions were reckless and put his client at substantial risk of injury. Arkansas police have not responded to this lawsuit. Okay, more video this morning of a chaotic scene inside a New York City bus that shows a driver lose control and go right into oncoming traffic. Video shows the bus crash into several vehicles before it finally comes to a stop inside a building. You could see that scene right there. 16 people were hurt in the crash, but none seriously injured, including the driver. The Transit Authority says the surveillance video is disturbing on many levels and raises questions about whether basic safety rules were followed. The union representing the driver says that he got up to change the bus's run number, then sat back down. You can see him right there. He released the emergency brake, and that's when the bus lunged forward.
He was attempting to stop the bus and it wouldn't stop. We have to look at the design of the interior of the bus, and we have to make sure there's no mechanical issues.
I looked at it go by me and right into the building.
Yeah, scary scene there. So the Transit Authority does not believe there were any mechanical issues. The driver is a 14-year veteran with a pretty good driving record. Okay, guys, and finally this morning, look behind me. We could all probably use a little extra love and support at work. Mark, Stephanie, Justin, you guys give me that. Well, now we have a 2-year-old black lab who is joining the Capitol Police Force to provide just that, what we talked about, some love and support. Let's introduce you guys to Lila. She's an emotional support dog, and her job is to help officers who are coping with the trauma of the January 6 riots at the Capitol. So this is the first time the department has added a full-time support dog. Lila right there. Her trainer says Lila is an expert in how to lower stress among law enforcement.
Having a dog sit there with you breaks a lot of barriers down and gives you comfort instantly.
First responders are much more likely to die by suicide than they are in the line of duty. And that's scary. Lila will be of assistance not just to the department, but to the community.
Yeah, so Lila's got a big job there. She will start her new role on July 5th, right after Independence Day.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
So cute.
Yeah, I think anytime you could just add a dog to the mix, it just makes things.
Well, we try to offer love and support, but our noses aren't wet like that.
Well, you guys do a good job, though.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, guys.
And we appreciate you. Thank you, RJ.
Thanks, guys.
Right now, 9/11, about 79 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Today is the final day of our KSAT Kids Week, and we wrap it up with a trip under the sea. David Sears has a look at this new immersive experience still ahead.
But it's not all fun and games. The safety and health of children also a big concern as places reopen and draw in visitors. A little later in the newscast, we're talking with a local nurse practitioner on what to keep in mind before sending your kiddos off to summer camp.
And of course, it's not summer in Texas without skeeters or mosquitoes. After the break, why some areas are being attacked by more mosquitoes than usual and how you can help. And welcome back. It's about 9:15. That familiar buzz is back again. And if you thought the February freeze might have helped kill off mosquitoes, think again. They are alive and well.
I'm waiting for her to smack my forehead and say it was a mosquito, but it wasn't. Patty Santos tells us city and county need your help controlling the mosquito population.
At the end of mine, there's a hole right there. So that's like a pool, a nesting pool for those mosquitoes.
Eastside homeowner Jessica Evans says potholes next to her home.
But this is Camp Zero right here.
And the tall grass on the nearby greenway are a breeding ground for those hateful, pesky mosquitoes.
You can see them flying in, in groups. And they're not the little teeny weeny ones, they're the ones with the big legs.
Similar problems are plaguing neighborhoods across the city and county.
Definitely the freeze did not kill them off. They're very resilient.
The recent rain has left plenty of breeding pools for them to make a vengeful comeback.
We've got an influx of calls.
The city and county mosquito control programs are busy setting out traps to track the mosquito population and any diseases they carry, as well as spraying or fogging public areas in the evening.
It's really up to all the individual residents to take the steps to clear any standing water from their property, from around their house, and really contribute to preventing the spread of mosquitoes.
Even a small amount in a bottle cap can be a thriving place for them. Clean out gutters and keep the grass short. There are more than 80 different types of mosquitoes in Texas. Mosquito season is from March till about October.
With our climate here, really mosquitoes never really go away.
And they're everyone's problem.
There's a trail and we went through there this morning and they're lively down there.
Patty Santos.
They're real lively down there, yeah.
KSAT 12 News.
I've been in that situation. You're just like, Well, if you live within city limits and have a mosquito problem that you'd like the city to address, you are asked to call 311.
If you're out in the county, call the Public Works Service Center in your area. We have that information listed on KSAT.com. If you live anywhere else, please immediately contact Justin Horn.
Yeah. He'll take care of it.
Ooh, the way I understand this, and I've asked this question before, you would think a big freeze would kill off all the mosquitoes.
You would think.
They just hibernate. They don't die off. They don't go away. They just hibernate for a little while, then they come back in full force. But don't send me emails.
Okay. All right. My apologies.
It's okay.
So we had a really rainy spring. Heading into the summer, things are changing, a little bit more normal pattern overall.
Yeah, we're very much in a summer pattern now. Now, things do try to change a little bit next week, Mark, and we'll show you that here in just a second. Before we jump into that, I want to talk about the extreme heat that we've had here in Texas. Yesterday, it got up to 116, Rio Grande Village down there in the Big Bend. The cold spot this morning was Copper Basin, Idaho. They got down to 12. Just to show you the difference here, we're talking about 104-degree difference. But Texas has really been baking, especially West Texas, where they're getting those big numbers. And you'll see those again today. Here's a look at some of the highs. 106 Lubbock, 102 Midland. Now, you'll notice the heat index, which is here in yellow, is lower than the actual air temperature, and that's because the air is dry out in West Texas. So it's just a dry heat. For us, it's kind of the opposite, right? We're getting up to 92, but it'll feel like 98 because we have the humidity in place. Places like Houston, 92, but it'll feel like 101. And there are heat advisories in place across north central Texas and then out across West Texas and parts of New Mexico where those temperatures will really crank up. Right now, we've got mostly cloudy skies, 78 degrees at the airport. Southerly winds at about 9 miles per hour. And you can see the clouds trying to break up some. This has really been the trend last couple mornings. Less cloud cover and more sun during the afternoon. That'll be the case today. It'll look very similar to yesterday. 78 Randolph, 77 Seguin, 78 in New Braunfels, 80 in Kennedy, 80 Cotulla, and clouds are a little thicker around Del Rio and Uvalde at this hour. Dew points, yeah, they're still high in the low 70s. This is, again, a little bit better than yesterday. We're taking small steps here and seeing some slight improvement in those dew points and in the humidity. Forecast heat index, it'll be around 100 again today. The numbers down to the southwest will be a little bit higher, but these are not as bad as the last couple of days. So again, small steps here in the right direction. Satellite picture shows that most of Texas is really quiet. You got to go up to places like Kansas and Nebraska before you find any severe weather. There is a line of storms there. Maybe some rain across the Pacific Northwest as well, where it remains fairly cool. I want to take you down to the Gulf of Mexico. There is nothing down here right now. This cloud cover does not represent anything that we're worried about right now. But the Hurricane Center has flagged an area in the Gulf of Mexico for some possible development over the next 5 days. The models are hinting at some circulation trying to develop down the line. And we're really talking about late next week, I think. So we have a lot of time to watch this. This is a small chance, 20%, but it does bear some watching. The models have been hinting at the idea of some tropical moisture making it into the Gulf of Mexico. We'll keep you posted. There is no way to know how that would affect Texas at this point, if at all. As far as our forecast goes, Monday, 7 o'clock does show some showers and storms around. We've been mentioning the last couple of days, high pressure moves away. That does open the door a little bit for some rain chances starting Monday and then really continuing through much of next week, I think. So 20% chance in the forecast Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But the weekend looks great. Temperatures low to mid 90s, heat index near 100, guys.
We will be prepared.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. 9:21, about 79 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Hey, if things look a little fishy, Mark and Steph, it's because we're under the sea looking for Ariel and Sebastian. We're going to show you the side of a stingray you've probably never seen before, and we're going to talk about this incredible underwater ocean tunnel here at the Sea Life Aquarium at the River Mall. This is an incredible place. Coming up.
And welcome back. It's about 9:25 now. San Antonio is home to some big family-friendly attractions. We have SeaWorld, Six Flags, even museums like the Whitty or Museum.
But now there's a new place designed for visitors to completely immerse themselves under the sea.
David Sears is live out at Sea Life at River Center. And David, this attraction just opened last month, right?
Yeah, it just opened and it's an absolutely incredible place. We were down in the tunnel, but I couldn't hold my breath long enough to do the live shot, so I had to come up here and get some air. This is an incredible place. Like, what is it, 600,000 gallons? I don't know, just tons of water in this place, tons of fish. This is Nick Ireland. He's a curator with all these fish. First off, how many fish do you have here?
We have about 3,000 creatures here.
So they're not all fish, some are creatures?
That's right. We've got lobsters, we've got octopus, we've got sea anemones, a whole bunch of cool creatures, including the fish, of course.
I'm going to step over here and let Eddie shoot some. Now, we even have Blackbeard in this. Look how big this tank is. How big is this tank right here?
It's 17 feet deep. The total length of the tunnel is about 50 feet. And it holds 160,000 gallons of man-made saltwater.
And you've got shark, you've got stingray, you've got all kinds of fish. So tell us a little bit about the assortment of fish you have in this particular tank.
Yeah, so there's a little bit over 40 species of fish in here. One of my personal favorites is the big Napoleon wrasse, and you'll probably see him come by every now and then because he's a really cool big fish that's going to get to be. There's a good look at our zebra shark. He's the biggest fish in there.
He was napping a while ago.
He was, yeah. He's getting up for his morning swim.
Did you guys see that? Did you, Mark, Steph, did you guys see that thing swim by? I can't hear him.
Missed it.
I've lost y'all, so if you're talking, never mind.
We're here.
Oh, there you are.
We
Okay.
missed it.
But anyway.
Yeah, there's a good look at the Napoleon wrasse. So he's still a youngster. He'll grow to over 200 pounds slowly but surely over the next.
Put that on your fishing line, Mark. Reel that baby in.
Also, we have some amazing cow nose rays. You'll see them come by from time to time, just very graceful animals. There's a good look at our gray reef shark. And just lots of beautiful tropical reef fish in here as well.
Now, I noticed the sharks are just kind of swimming around, and the other fish don't seem to be too scared of the sharks. Are they not like headed off for some of these fish when lunchtime rolls around, or what happens?
Yeah, they'll leave them alone because we keep them really well fed. So as long as we're feeding everybody, it's all hunky-dory, if you will.
And Eddie, I think you might have shot this already, but back down there, that's a sculpture of Blackbeard. Look at the art on this thing over here. This is absolutely incredible, way Blackbeard looks in this tank.
Yeah, we like to keep everything really fun here at Sea Life, a really themed environment for the whole family to enjoy, including our main icon, the spirit of Blackbeard.
This is awesome. And you can see up underneath, of course, when you walk through the tunnel, guys, you can see up under. You're down on like the ocean floor down there, and you can see up. This is just an incredible aquarium. And just a second, when we come back in the next half hour, we're actually going to touch some fish. It's not like catching a bass, Mark. Right. This is not like, grabbing the bass and getting it off the hook. This is going to be touching some some other kind of fish.
Yeah, but
so it's going to
David,
really be cool.
We're
So
going to treat
we'll
this.
be back.
We're going to treat this like the tank at Bass Pro Shop, though. No fishing allowed.
I can't jump in?
No, you can't do that either. I mean, if you can, if you want to,
I'm
make
not
sure
getting
the
in there with
camera's
those
rolling.
sharks, I can tell you that.
Yeah, yeah. Be careful out there.
All right, David Sears over at Sea
All
Life,
right.
the Shops
See you
at
all in a
River
few.
Center. Thank you, David.
And there's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
RJ is back with a look ahead at this weekend in San Antonio, breaking down some new things to do.
After the break, we're going to talk to a local nurse practitioner on what parents can do to keep their kids safe and healthy as they return to summer camps, clubs, and daycares.
With school out of session, many parents might be sending their kiddos off to places like summer camps, daycares, and sports camps.
Although these places are starting to look and feel normal, we should still be maintaining healthy hygiene.
With us today, Minute Clinic nurse practitioner Marlisa Trevino with some tips to help parents prepare their kids for a fun, healthy, and safe experience.
Hi, good morning, Marlisa.
Hi.
Well, Marlisa, assuming parents have already made plans for where they are sending their kids, what's the next step for parents?
Definitely. So you always want to make sure that you're visiting the camp website. Make sure you understand their mask policy, their policy on getting COVID tested before your child does come to the camp. So you definitely want to review their website for any information that you need your child to be successful in camp.
If some of these places require kids to wear masks, do you have any recommendations given how hot it will be outside?
Yes, so 100% cloth masks are best rather than the disposable ones. They're a little bit more breathable and easy for the kids to kind of just put on and have fun running around during camp.
And Marlisa, some kids have spent the last year and a half learning from home, and they're likely used to being at home with their families. Do you have any recommendations for kids who may be a little homesick or struggling socially?
Absolutely. Before you send your child to camp, you want to make sure that the child feels safe when they are going to be at camp. So maybe give them like a little lovey, a blanket, some sort of stuffed animal. Make sure that you ask the camp about their policy, about sending letters home, maybe the parents sending care packages to the child when they're at camp.
All right, Marlisa Trevino with Minute Clinic, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a great summer.
You too.
She was great. We're going to try to get her back, folks. Meanwhile, doctors, scientists, and researchers on the FDA Advisory Committee are looking at what's needed to greenlight coronavirus vaccines for kids under 12 years old, including the data required to support an FDA authorization for use.
We are asking the committee to focus their discussion on safety issues. We have a very well-established regulatory precedent for demonstrating effectiveness in pediatric populations.
Although children are at much lower risk of severe disease than adults, advisors are raising concerns that they may be what are called vectors for spread.
Pfizer's vaccine is already approved for people aged 12 and older. Moderna said Thursday it's seeking emergency use authorization for its vaccine in 12 to 17-year-olds. Both companies are still testing their vaccines in children.
Outside with Live Cam, not a bad Friday morning out there. Lately, we've had to plan our weekends around scattered showers and thunderstorms. What about this weekend, Justin?
Not the case this weekend. It'll be a great weekend to head out to the pool, the beach, the lake, whatever you have planned. The temperatures will be plenty warm. We should see a lot of sun, too. I don't know why mold jumped up today, but it did. We had been doing really well. It's at 3,490 in the high category, so just heads up there. Pigweed is low. And looking at temperatures around the state, mostly 70s and 80s. We're already off to a warm start. As you zoom out, it is still the Pacific Northwest where the really comfortable weather is. 50s for places like Boise, Portland, Seattle, Salt Lake City. And temperatures won't be all that bad there. It will be hot here. Temperatures up around 92 for a high, mostly sunny. Southeasterly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Coming up, we'll have another glance at the tropics and a closer look at that weekend forecast here in just a few minutes, guys.
We look forward to it. Thank you, Justin. Taking a look out with TransGuide. There's a look at Highway 90 and 36. Things looking fine.
All week long, we have been showing you places and events around town. Perfect for a little summer escape for the kids and the family.
And some have been focused on learning as well. So others are just fun, but today's attraction has a mixture of both. David Sears is out at Sea Life, the newest San Antonio attraction where you can learn all about marine life.
David, what have you learned so far?
I've learned that there's 3,000 different fish and sea urchins, and some of them are really cool, and you can actually touch some of them. And I've also learned that when your parents go shopping, the kids come down here and just have a ball, so they don't have to worry about being drug all over the mall with mom and dad. They can come down here and really enjoy themselves. Nick is back with us, and look at some of these things in this particular tank where the kids can come by and touch this stuff. Now, what are we looking at here, Nick? This is a ooh, it's water's cold.
Giant green sea anemone.
Pronounce that again?
Sea anemone. So giant green is that particular type.
It's kind of sticky.
Yeah, they use that stickiness, if you will, to snare their prey. Things like small fish that they would catch.
Yeah.
Not us, though. We don't have to worry about that.
I see some starfish.
Yeah. So we have 3 different kinds of sea stars in here. You've got your bat stars. They're kind of these little bit flatter ones. Absolutely. We've got your giant pink sea stars and ochre sea stars in here. The key is just to be delicate with them. Just touch them real gently on their back. Don't try to pry them off the rocks or anything, and you get a safe interaction for you and them.
So how many different kind of species of plants and animals do you have in the...
So there's 10 different species in here, I believe, off the top of my head. The plants in here are artificial. They're just for decoration. But the anemones, the sea stars, the sea urchins, those are all invertebrate animals. So even the anemones that look sort of like a plant, they're actually an animal.
So, and Mark and Steph, look at this cool feature. They've got these, this is a camera right here. And so if a child really is kind of hesitant to stick their hand in this really cold water, then they can move the camera around and get a real close-up of whatever that child wants to see. So that's a pretty cool feature. They thought of everything. So they can look up on these monitors up here and get a real close-up of and kind of get a feel for it, even just looking at it, if they really don't want to stick their hand down in there, which, you know, some child may not want to get his hand eat off by one of these things. So that could be bad, huh? So that's pretty cool. That's a good feature. I like that. And oh, by the way, as we leave, I want you to look at this. This is the shark got a name, Chase?
This is the blacktip reef shark Selena. I heard you wanted to touch a shark. We can't have you touch an actual shark, but we do have a Lego shark made by our friends upstairs at Legoland Discovery Center, located right next door. And so we have 4 blacktip reef sharks here and 1 blacktip reef shark made out of Lego. So you can touch this shark though, David.
So Legoland is upstairs. So this is pretty. How many pieces?
This has, I believe, over 3,000 pieces in it.
Lots of pieces in the shark. So this is the one shark you can touch when you come down here and not get your hand bit off. That's pretty cool. This is a great place, guys. Absolutely fun. So parents can bring their kids down here and really enjoy it. We did not find Ariel and we did not find Sebastian, but we're going to keep looking. So we'll stay under the sea until we find them.
He will have to search a long time. David.
Oh, David, that was a lot of fun. Thank you, David. Have a good weekend.
Yeah. All right. See you.
Bye. On this KSAT Kids Week, we gave you a handful of options, as you can see, for the kids to have fun, but we can't forget about the parents.
RJ is back with a look at more events and activities happening around the Alamo City this weekend. RJ, anything particularly special for parents?
Yeah, I got a lot of interesting things going on with the parents. First of all, I hope, David, we may not see him come back. He's having too much fun with those sea urchins.
Agreed. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I'm carrying the flag here for parents because we need some fun too as well. So let's go ahead and start with some good music, some cold beverages, and a lake. How else can you go wrong there? The summer concert series at SeaWorld starts tonight with the country music artist Josh Abbott taking the stage. So tonight's concert also coincides with the opening of the park's new waterfront spot called the Lone Star Lakeside Bar. What a name there. The bar has indoor seating and an outdoor patio that overlooks the park's water ski lake. There are, of course, drinks and food available, and later tonight, the Josh Abbott Band takes the stage at 7 p.m. at the Nautilus Theater. So for the summer concert series, the shows are free with the regular price of admission, so you get to hang out at SeaWorld and then get to check out the concerts later at night. Some pretty interesting acts coming, guys. Vanilla Ice is one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, 38 Special. So we get a little bit of everything.
Throwback there.
Not bad.
Cool.
Yeah, some interesting stuff there. Okay, guys, so maybe you have plans for tonight, but tomorrow, if you're not busy, maybe you want to check out Second Saturday at Main Plaza, featuring the band Los Secretos. Yes, Main Plaza is the place for live music and local vendors this summer. So you can grab a craft beer from Blue Star Ice House, a hot dog from Texas Dogs, or an agua fresca from Poblanos on the plaza. And of course, stick around for that music. So they're also scheduled to have 3 showings of San Antonio, the Saga at San Fernando Cathedral. And there's free parking for Main Plaza visitors at the Frost Bank surface lots. So San Antonio the Saga, that is that video projection show that they show at the cathedral. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, and it's pretty cool. I've heard about it. I've missed it every time. I need to go back down there and look at it.
Yeah, same here, but it's going to be going on all summer. So we could check that out. Okay, guys, last one here. Firebending artists, pyro jugglers, and good old-fashioned Norseman fun. Count me in. It is here. We're talking about the 3rd annual Texas Viking Festival. The festival starts tomorrow and is set up like a Viking encampment with tents and is basically kind of like attending a Renaissance fair. So there will be a Viking market with local businesses, music acts, and specialty performers. What you're watching right there is this performer called Solar Rain. So this is a firebending show. And of course, we talked about those pyro jugglers. Of course, this is all people that are trained to do this. Don't try this at home.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And you can camp on site and are encouraged to dress in Viking costumes during the festival, which takes place tomorrow from noon to 10 p.m. The festival is located at Valkyrie Ranch, and that's just east of Bastrop. So it's about a 2-hour drive. But if you still want to hang out with your Viking brethren, this is the place to be this summer.
It's the place to go.
That's cool for the whole family.
I have one to add for the list for next month.
Ooh, okay.
We found out this week the Balcones Heights Jazz Festival is a go this year.
Oh, good.
But rather than a multi-week series, it's going to be on one night, Friday, July 16th. More details to come.
Yeah, we're going to put that one on the list. Gotta love that. Those outdoor jazz type shows.
It's so much fun.
Really cool.
And
really
free.
chill. Hey,
Yes, that's
can't
important
go wrong
too.
with that. Yeah.
RJ, thank you. Right now, it is 9:43, about 80 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Indiana Jones is turning 40, the movie, and the filmmakers are marking the occasion with a re-release. We're to watch after the break.
We have some breaking news from the New York Times. The FDA has decided about 60 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine made at a troubled Baltimore manufacturing plant must be discarded because of possible contamination. Look for more on these stories in our later newscast.
And also on our website at KSAT.com.
Tomorrow marks the 40th anniversary of the iconic classic Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
To mark the occasion, CNN's Rick Domagella talked with a pair of its cast members about a new home video release of the classic film.
Indiana Jones! Let her go.
The Indiana Jones 4-movie collection preserves the film series in 4K Ultra HD resolution for the 40th anniversary of Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Who knows? In 1,000 years, even you may be worth something.
I can't say that it feels like 40 years at all. It feels like yesterday. It's strange that things that really work, like Raiders, and things that had their own life and have taken off, for some reason, they're always with you. They stay with you.
It was this amazing adventure and experience, both in the film that we were creating, but also the actual experience of making this film was, for me, extraordinary. My dress, that white dress that I wear, turned out it was highly flammable and there's fire everywhere. So we had people with fire extinguishers on both sides of the set waiting for me to go up and, 6,000 snakes.
Indiana Jones, adieu.
I don't think he thought of himself as being a villain. And I don't think Harrison necessarily, Indiana thought of himself as a villain. They were both doing their job, and their job for them, archaeology, is about history. And this is history, as I keep saying during the film.
I'm going after that truck. Oh, I don't know. I'm making this up as I go.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Wow. Still love the original Raiders, the first one.
Well, yeah, and 40 years ago.
And we're waiting on the 5th one, which apparently everybody has signed on to do, and we'll keep you posted as production starts to get going on that film.
Yeah, it should be good. Well, let's go ahead and check in with Justin. Do you remember the original version?
Of course. I love the music. Music gets me all jazzed up. But I did not know there was a 5th one coming out. That's news to me. So Harrison Ford signed up to do it?
Yep, he did.
That's awesome. I'm excited about that. What we're not excited about this time of year, we always watch some of that dust that comes across the Atlantic. We mentioned this a little bit earlier this week, but it looks like by the end of maybe next week, some of this dust may work its way into South Texas, and it looks like it'll be a low concentration. But we know that it can cause some problems. Folks with asthma, cause a little bit of haze in the sky. So just a heads up, this is still a long ways away, but showing up maybe Friday of next week, there could be some of that dust working in. And speaking of the tropics, we're also going to be watching the Gulf of Mexico next week. Hurricane Center has flagged an area here in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, there is nothing there right now. No development over the next couple days, and over the next 5 days, it's just 20%. Models have been indicating some tropical moisture making its way into the Gulf of Mexico, and then from there, a ton of questions about what could happen or what may not happen. But we'll keep an eye on it. Just a heads up that we are in tropical season and we do need to watch it. As we get into next week, we'll have a much, much better idea. Right now, mostly cloudy skies at the airport, 78 degrees. Humidity is at 79%. We have a southerly wind at about 9 miles per hour. Temperatures are right around 80, just about everywhere you go. 77 Bernie Stage, 82 Castroville, 82 down there in Pleasanton. We're checking in at 80 in Kennedy. Dew points are high there. Dew points are high everywhere. Low to mid 70s, although they do drop off a little bit as you get into the hill country. And these numbers, I think, will come down some this afternoon, so not as humid as it has been. Heat index values will be close to 100 still. And you'll find heat indices 104 Carrizo Springs, 104 on Cotulla. And then, by the way, that is a little bit of an improvement from what we were seeing earlier this week. That's at peak heating this afternoon. Satellite picture shows we still do have some of those morning clouds. These will slowly go away, and we'll be looking at mostly sunny skies for most of us by the afternoon. The Futurecast shows that high pressure shifts to the north and west, as we've been talking about, and by Monday evening, that should allow for some thunderstorms to develop, showers and storms. And this sort of general pattern will be in place next week, and then by the end of next week, we'll see what happens there in the Gulf of Mexico and what kind of moisture moves our way. But at the moment, it's just 20% chances of rain. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Heat index will be near 100 over the weekend. The weekend, by the way, looks very quiet and very nice. If you have, well, I don't know about nice, but it'll be toasty, but quiet if you have plans this weekend, guys.
Okay, and I have an update for you. Indiana Jones 5, as yet untitled, is filming right now in the UK.
Nice.
Harrison Ford has been spotted in his trademark fedora and a mask. The film is due out next year.
Cool.
It's exciting.
Yeah, isn't it? Something to look forward to next year. 9:52, about 82 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Good morning.
Hey, guys.
Coming up on Live, Zooey Deschanel from Celebrity Dating Game.
Plus, we'll chat with Daphne Rubin Vega from In the Heights. We'll see you soon here on Live.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, Starbucks accepting reusable cups, but there are new rules.
Yeah, so this is because of COVID, all right? Local COVID-19 regulations are changing and mask mandates are lifting across the country. So for Starbucks, they're changing the rules and they suspended its use of reusable cups like last year as a safety precaution during COVID. Now on June 22nd, coming up, reusable cups will once again be allowed in Starbucks shops.
New process will launch in store only for now. It only accepts clean cups from customers. Customers place their clean travel mug in a ceramic mug and keep their lid. The baristas will then pour the drink in the reusable cup, only touching the ceramic mug before handing it off to customers to cap themselves.
And the model's meant to eliminate as much person-to-person touch contact on one reusable cup.
That's starting June 22nd.
Yeah. Have a great weekend.
That's a wrap. Yeah. Have a great weekend, everybody.